All right, so what I'm going to do now is show you how to take a Ring of Spell Storing and upgrade it to the epic version of the Ring of Spell Storing and then the legendary version of the Ring of Spell Storing, and they are all bound to account. So as of update 53, you can talk to Masai McKimbe here, and Masai Imports in Zawabi's Refuge, Sands of Manectrin, and you can purchase a basic Ring of Spell Storing now for your antique bronze tokens, and those are just the, thingy dingies you get from loot and chests out here in the Slayer Zone. I think they come from quest chests too. So these things here, which you've always been able to trade in for just like basic junk, but now all of the named items from the Slayer Zone rares, Hyena Claw Necklace, Stinkpelt's Hide, Zephyr, Whirlwind, Thornlord, Wolf Whistle, and the epic and legendary Wolf Whistle is freaking awesome if you haven't seen it. But you can buy a Ring of Spell Storing now for 625 antique bronze tokens. Hell yeah. So easily, super easy to get a Ring of Spell Storing now. I'm just going to, for the purpose of this demonstration, I'm going to be using an old Ring of Spell Storing that I have. All right, the Ring of Spell Storing is exclusive, but it is not exclusive with other versions of it. So you can have like a heroic, an epic, and a legendary version in your inventory. So once you've gotten your heroic Ring of Spell Storing, then you're going to go over to the 12. Okay, and we're going to, let's see, do I do this at the Altar of Epic Rituals or is it the Legacy? Okay, so Epic Transmutation, Ring of Spell Storing. All you need is your basic Ring of Spell Storing, which you can now get for antique bronze tokens, and then 50 of Desert Sands crystals. That's the pack ingredient, and those are easy to get. Yeah, it comes from Epic Questing. That's not a big deal at all, and that's all you need. The Scroll Seal shard system was done away with. That's all gone. And if you happen to have the old scroll seals and shards, you can trade them into Lahar, who's the magma golem right behind me, to get the new ingredient. So that's all you need is your base Ring of Spell Storing and 50 pack ingredients, and click Make Epic, and boom. That's all you got to do to make an epic Ring of Spell Storing now. This was literally perhaps the rarest item in the game because the shard of the Ring of Spell Storing was insanely rare. Now, there's this vending machine where you just put a couple quarters in and it spits out epic Rings of Spell Storing. I mean, just mind-blowing, okay? This is 3 charges of major mnemonic aid per rest. That is the equivalent of 3 major mana pots per rest. Every caster should have this. Every caster, okay? All right, so check this out. Now, you're like, well, I want to make it legendary. Great, just go over here to the legendary altar. Bam. Now you need your epic Ring of Spell Storing, which we just made, 100 Desert Sands crystals, again, that's the pack ingredient, and 5 star fragments, which right now you can only get those from Saltmarsh chests, but I think those are going to be available from other places in the future. But right now the star fragments come from Saltmarsh chests. They are rare drops. You can see I have 12 of them, so not a big deal. I know I have more in the bank. And then you just hit Make Legendary, and it becomes legendary. And guess what? Even though the Ring of Spell Storing is exclusive, it's not exclusive with other versions of it. So you can have both an epic and a legendary version in your inventory. And I already had this one, so I didn't just make it. So I'm just showing you, because like it does consume. When you make it legendary, it consumes the epic version. So you're going to need 2 different Rings of Spell Storing if you want to make both the epic and legendary. Okay, but it's not exclusive with each other. So you can have the epic version, which has 3 charges. The legendary version has 5 charges. That's 8. That's like 8 major mana pots per rest. Every caster should have this. The epic version is level 20. The legendary version is level 30. This is so amazing, okay? And it's so easy to get. Now that they're just handing Rings of Spell Storing out at Masai Imports in Zawabi's. Epic and legendary Ring of Spell Storing. You can too.